How could you have been so lax, Katerina? You know the mares are your responsibility.
Father, she said, laying her hand gently on his shoulder, don't be angry with me. I'll search them out and bring both of them home. As you said, the mares are my responsibility.
The boy is not capable of making a decision concerning Wildflower. He has the mind of a 10-year-old child, her father shouted furiously, his black eyes snapping.
I only have one set of eyes, and there has never been cause to worry over Stepan's care of the mares before. There must be an explanation.
I only agreed to allow the boy to help you because you said he could be trusted. I see now that I was wrong.
Katerina listened to her father's harsh tones and felt bewildered. He had never spoken to her in such a manner. Eyes downcast, she knew she had failed him. Her large amber eyes widened in shock, and her body felt numb with the realization. I'll bring them back.
There's nothing you can do now. Don't act as foolish as the boy. Where will you go? Where will you look for them? You just returned from the outdoor stables. Didn't you feel the wind and snow? Women, he spat venomously.
Katerina stared into her father's eyes, her back stiffening at what she read. And while you're blaming me, ask yourself where Mikhailo was, she defended herself. Women are only as foolish as men allow them to be. The large eyes were pinpoints of flame, threatening to burst into a raging bonfire. Her cheeks were flushed with anger as she retied the hood of her cape securely. Since the mares are my responsibility, she said coldly, I'll find the boy and the horse and bring them both back.
Fool! How long do you think you can survive in that blizzard? I tell you it's too late, he shouted, his broad chest constricting in fury.
It's only too late when I see their dead bodies, or when you see mine, and I have no intention of allowing that to happen.
I forbid you to go out in the storm, Katerina. What horse did you plan on riding? Ah, I see by your expression that Bluefire is your choice. Another foolish mistake. You would endanger still another horse, is that it? Women, he spat again.
So I'm a foolish woman. At least I'll try, which is more than I can say for you and the other men. How do you know it's too late? How can you say the boy isn't secluded in some cave, safe, along with the mare? Kotlov Vaschenko looked at the amber eyes and at the grim, angry set of her narrow jaw. He knew he couldn't stop his daughter, and he had no wish to see her lash out at him for trying. An unfamiliar feeling settled between his shoulders as he watched Katerina pull on heavy woolen gloves. His shoulders slumping, he made his way to the warm kitchen where his ailing father waited.
I'll pray for your safety, little one,
he whispered silently. Katerina placed a heavy blanket over the gelding, Bluefire, and she was ready to go. Was the snow falling faster, or was she so petrified she couldn't see straight? All that brave talk in front of her father was just that, brave talk. How could she live with the others and have them think she was unfit for her duties? She was her father's daughter, and so she had to prove herself time and time again. No Cossack was shown favoritism. Each stood on his merits. Each was proud of his heritage and would die to protect it. She was no different. She would find the mare or die trying. Within moments, Katerina was smothered by the stinging rice-sized pellets and could not see the range she held. She worked the sable hood down over her forehead till it resembled a shroud. The grisly thought made her clench her teeth in frustration at her position. I'll freeze, she thought, as her hands sought for and found the horse's thick mane. Already the reins were crusted with ice and slipping out of her grasp. If only she weren't riding into the storm with the full force of the wind in her face, she might have a chance. Hunching her shoulders, she rode with her face pressed into the horse's warm